So I love Miami, and I also dislike Miami at the same time. And I love Miami because, this is like, if you want to get fit, if you want to get your fitness game up, I'm somebody who I love to exercise. I love to be in the gym. One of my favorite things to do out here is to bike all the way down to South Beach, get a nice tan, lay out at the beach, grab some sushi afterwards. That's just like a day made in heaven for me. And there's a lot of those type of days here, and I really have an appreciation for that. If you have a entrepreneurial type of mindset, people out here are very much, entrepreneurial and about their business, and it's great to be in an environment like that where people want to elevate in life. If you want to grow your social media, this is also a really good place to be at. So there's a lot of positives to living here in Miami, and those are just a few, to name a few. But there are a couple of things that I haven't been able to get used to, and that is the generally the people slash culture and the wild inconsistent weather. Yes, the weather is great out here, but it teeter totters. It's something that I wasn't prepared for. Was I didn't realize how much it rains out here. It actually rains here year round consistently. And I thought that hurricane season, which is during the summer months, I thought that was the rainy season, but it's actually hurricane season. It feels like it's hurricane season all year long. And I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time going from great weather to rain, great weather to rain, and it's just that same cycle over and over. And the rain can really put a damper on your day because, you don't want to go to if you have plans to go to the grocery store, or you're going to the gym, or you're going to go do something outdoors, and then it starts pouring rain, it completely, throws a wrench in the day, and you have to find something else to do. And, to me, that's just like not, you can't, how do I say, it's hard for me personally. It is really hard to get used to that, and I haven't been able to. So that's one of the drawbacks of being here, or that I've experienced being here so far. Another thing is the people. Generally, I've met some really cool people out here, but the general sort of culture amongst people here, it's a very rude culture, and it's very kind of emotionless. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the grocery store, and I'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" and they just stare at me, or they'll be like, "Fine," or I'll say, "Thank you," and they won't even acknowledge that. I guess because I'm from LA, I'm used to a certain level of manners and class, and Miami kind of does lack that, and anybody who lives here will tell you that. So, that's also a drawback. When it comes to business, I also notice that a lot of times they'll charge you a premium price for a non-premium service or product, and or at least they won't deliver on that. And that to me is very unacceptable. As someone who's ran businesses before, that you want to deliver on what you're charging. And I find that out here in Miami, more often than not, they're going to overcharge you, but they're not going to deliver what they said they would, or at least the quality that you're expecting for a premium price. I also find that businesses out here, the relationship between the business and the client is kind of backwards, because it almost seems like the businesses act as if they're doing you a favor. And it should be the other way around. So I don't know why Miami is like that, but it is like that. And maybe it is a good thing that so many people from LA and New York, from Tennessee, are moving out here, because there's room for improvement, and that's definitely something that could change. The rudeness and the The shady business practices are definitely something that should go. So if you're moving out here and you know how to do good business, you quite possibly might do well. In terms of dating out here, the dating scene here is not great because I find that everybody here is very superficial. You know, I don't think anybody out here is actually trying to find love, although you could possibly find love, but it's very unlikely. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a stable relationship, I don't think you're going to find it out here. I think people out here are more focused on, having fun and, not really building lasting relationships when it comes to dating. So if you do want to come out here to have fun, this is definitely a great place to do it because there's a lot of, there's a lot to choose from when it comes to that. So, I don't know if I'll stay here in Miami, but I have had a great experience here. I've learned a lot, and I definitely appreciate that. I think it's possible that I might move to either like the Fort Lauderdale area or maybe even West Palm Beach. I love West Palm Beach. So I'll definitely make sure to invite you guys on that journey. I don't know when that will be, but. I don't know if I'll be here in Miami long term. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so that's my take on Miami. If you're a Miami local, I would love to know what you think about this video in the comments. That's it. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.